Hello everyone, this is Colin here. Today we're going to be changing the rear shocks out on this 2007 Saturn Aura XE. If you have a Chevy Malibu, a Pontiac G6, or a Saturn Aura from 2004 to 2012, the procedure and parts will be the same. To do this job, you're going to need a few things. You're going to need some sockets. A 13 millimeter for that upper shock mount, a 17 and a 16 millimeter for the shock retaining nut, because apparently they use two different sizes. I'm not sure why, but my new one versus my old one use a different size. And a 19 millimeter here for your lug nuts. You will also need a, I think this is actually supposed to be a 21 millimeter, but I used a 13/16 for the lower shock mount because apparently it matched perfectly. You'll also need a couple adapters here. I've got the 1/2 inch to 3/8 adapter for the various wrenches and such, because some of these are 1/2 and some are 3/8. You need a regular 3/8 drive ratchet. You will need a breaker bar, because some of those are quite tight, lug nuts in the lower shock mount. You will need 2 torque wrenches, a lower range one that has a good measurement in the 40 foot-pound range, and a heavier duty one that'll get you up to 133 foot-pounds. You'll need some box wrenches, again, for that upper shock nut. I got a 16 and a 17 because the original was 16 and the replacement was a 17 for whatever reason. You also need something to hold the stem of the shock. You can either use a vice grips, I used that on the old one, or you can use a open-end wrench, not open-end wrench, adjustable wrench, because it's kind of a small size. I didn't have a box wrench in that exact size. I also used, or attempted to use, a cold chisel to hold the shock while I was tightening it. That probably isn't necessary, but it's in the video. And of course, you need a new shock. Okay, first we're gonna go and remove the bolt on the bottom of the shock. So we got our 13/16 socket and our breaker bar, and we're gonna break this guy loose. Now I'm gonna take my 13 millimeter socket here and undo these top 2 bolts. By the way, to make my life easier, I sprayed all these bolts with PB, penetrating lubricant, the night before starting this job. Okay, we've got our shock out. As you can see, this shock has failed because it is leaking oil, and so that's why we're replacing it. Yeah, that's no good. We will need to reuse the top mounting bracket here. So we're going to take the mounting bracket off the old shock. To get this upper mount off, which we're going to need to reuse, we have to undo this 16 millimeter bolt, but at the same time we're going to have to hold the shock in place, particularly that center shaft, so that it can actually move and not just spin. So I've got a pair of vice grips here. We're going to put that on this small center shaft portion, and we'll use the box wrench to hopefully get it off without too much trouble. This upper mount is looking a little dry, so I'm going to go ahead and clean it up real quick, and then we'll give it a soaking with rubber conditioner. Okay. We've got our new shock here. Just took it out of the box. Before we go in and mount it to our upper mount here that we've cleaned up, we want to go ahead and cycle the shock a few times to get the oil well distributed. So go ahead and push it down all the way and let it retract a couple times. This new shock comes with a fresh nylon bushed nut, which is actually 17 millimeters, not 16. The shock retaining nut, that's this one here, is supposed to be torqued to 52 foot-pounds. So I'm going to use a cold chisel, put it in the end of the shock here, and put a foot on it, and then my torque wrench here with a 17 millimeter socket, because the new nut is a 17 millimeter, not a 16. Not sure why that's the case, but it is. And we're going to go ahead and see if we can get this torque to 52 foot-pounds. We're going to go ahead and get our new shock assembly put in here. These top two nuts are to be torqued to 18 foot-pounds. Nothing crazy there. Next, we need to put the lower shock mounting bolt in. There are two washers that go on this bolt. One is a regular thicker round washer, and that goes in between the shock and the knuckle that it's bolted to. And then this funky shaped thinner washer goes on the outside. That lower shock bolt has to be torqued to 133 foot-pounds, which is quite a bit. So I've got my larger torque wrench here, and it's set to 133, and we're gonna go ahead and torque that guy down. At this point, you're all finished with the new shock install, and you can go ahead and put the wheels back on. I've covered that in enough other videos that you can reference those. If you do have the steel rims like these, the torque spec for those is 100 foot-pounds. That's all I've got for now. Thanks for watching.